Hey, welcome back everyone, Toys here, and thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to be checking out the very best on display for this year's D23 Expo, the ultimate Disney fan event. And thank you very much to everyone at D23 Expo for having me to cover said expo. I had a really great time, and I hope you do as well as we explore everything and anything the Anaheim Convention Center had to offer. So, sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at D23 Expo 2022. Here we go. So I'll tell you, when you first walk into D23 Expo, you have a plan, right? Okay, I'm going to see this and this and this, and then it just goes south real fast, right? But I did check out McFarlane Toys. Todd McFarlane was there, signing all the different Avatar posters, and they were showing off Mirrorverse as well, a new wave of Mirrorverse, and likewise with the older wave. It's cool to see them doing a different take, a little something different with all the Disney characters in action figure form. But honestly, I can't tell you that they're my thing. They're cool, they're designed well, everything else, but yeah, it's just, it's not my thing. But there's a lot of people at D23 Expo that it definitely was their thing. And with the new wave, a little tease right here of Oogie Boogie, they did show off a couple, more along the lines of the 7-inch, a few here and there, and then the smaller variants as well, which I think that's cool. There's two different scales for people if you want to go that route. Plus, I think some characters should be smaller. You know, Pixar universe works and all that. But there's Baymax, there was Inside Out, and those are of the two smaller figures. And I will tell you this, that every single one of the new Mirrorverse figures that you see should be out more towards, yeah, let's say October, November, something like that. But I'll give it to them all day. Maleficent is actually pretty cool. I have to give it to. I mean, I think that she works well in this Mirrorverse, along with Captain Hook, and I like that they kind of decked him out in little crocodile nuances, right? I guess he finally got that old croc, but like I said, look for these hitting store shelves, yeah, in around more towards October. But then, of course, for McFarlane, for D23 Expo, the big reveal was the Avatar toys. And I have to tell you this, I really did like the first Avatar movie, but man, that was so long ago, right? You're never disappointed by a James Cameron film, I'll tell you that. So I am looking forward to the upcoming film, and I will say this, the Avatar toys, they're not my thing, but there are a lot of people out there that were really excited. I myself, I love seeing just a new rollout of toys. It's fun to get pictures and talk about them and see what their plans are and everything else. So I hope that you guys enjoy this as a first-hand look. That McFarlane booth was all set up, all decked out with Avatar. Of course, at D23 Expo, you're not allowed to have anything that's not Disney property related. So everything you see at the convention is going to be Disney related, and there are no exceptions. Trust me on that. But lots of different, we'll say 2.5s, 3-inch figures which you can collect. So they got the mech suits, they got all the banshees, they got all the different creatures of the Avatar universe, along with all the different characters, Sully. And I will tell you, they really did go all out for Avatar. I have to give it to them all day. Now, with, let's say, the larger figures, more in scale with 7-inch and such, they have the banshees. And they have Jake Sully's, and man oh man, the wingspan on this thing. If you're a big fan of monsters and creatures, like say with Neytiri's Banshee as well, so they have two different versions. The paint on it is pretty stellar. They have the AMP suit, or the AMP suit from the first movie. You get the idea. Miles Quaritch. Now, he's in that 7-inch scale, but he's actually smaller to fit with, say, the Blue Aliens, right? Like Neytiri, Jake Sully, just how that kind of goes. So that works. But the really cool thing about these figures that they kind of threw in there, which you don't have to do, but I like that extra mile, is that if you have a black light, so a lot of you, including myself, you gotta go back to Spencer's Gifts, right? Way at the back, maybe trip out a little bit on all the psychedelic posters, but yeah, grab yourself a black light, and it activates the paint that is all over these figures, which, hey, that's just like the movie, right? So that's a nice little toss, and they don't got to do stuff like that. But I love that they did that, because that just gives it a little extra oomph, especially for those that are really into these figures. along with all the other toy companies, Super 7 was there, and it's odd even in this day and age to say, well, yeah, the Simpsons are part of Disney now, right? They're on Disney Plus streaming, but one of my favorites from the convention was their Troy McClure lineup. They've done McBain in their whole reaction 4-inch line. Now they're doing Troy McClure and all his various escapades, right? Oh my god. So funny. Someone's in the kitchen with DNA, right? Fluffy bunny getting hair in weird areas, right? That's hilarious. And they also had Wave 1 on display of their upcoming The Simpsons Ultimates figures. And nothing to report just yet on updates or whatever, but hopefully these will be coming out very, very shortly. They do look great on display. Again, I really liked the Playmates whole World of Springfield line. These are, of course, a completely different take, different scale, but a lot more articulation, larger figures, all that show-specific detail that you would expect from Super 7, so that is nice to see, especially abort license plate. You go ahead and put a Duff sticker right there on that face, right? And then they have the itchy and scratchy robots. Now, I will say this, because of the size, if you do have the World of Springfield and you were kind of on the fence, I believe that there would be some sort of mashup you could do between, let's say, the itchy and scratchy robots that they never made, right? I hate when they scream, right? Pull the little face off. That's why your robot didn't work, Homer, because of all those parts inside. And then you have Poochie. Poochie would work. You know, it's an animated character. It doesn't exist in the Simpsons realm, so to speak. So that could work as well. But unfortunately for everyone, I know, total bummer, Poochie died on the way back to his home planet. But with Wave 2, that's where you really start to see the universe come to life. You have Krusty the Clown, and of course Mr. Teeny. Mr. Teeny doesn't have his nicotine patches, unfortunately. And then of course Krusty doesn't have Krusty brand cigarettes. It's Disney, remember that. But I gotta tell you, to see Kang and Kodos on display, right? To see his sister all in glory while Kang just, laughs and goofs off. These figures are huge. They are ginormous action figures. So if you think about it this way, Homer's in the 7-inch scale. These have got to be just under about 9-inch, almost 10-inch. With the domes, sure, that would totally put them over. But I can't wait to see these figures in full-blown cover. I think those are going to look amazing. For the morning that I attended D23, Super 7 unveiled their upcoming Nightmare Before Christmas Ultimates figures. And what unbeknownst to me, they have cloth goods all over them. They look great. If you're a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, never collected Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah, this might be right up your alley, especially with all those movie-accurate accessories. Look pretty good. Now, in walking around D23 Expo, one of the stops I made sure to visit was this new Ravensburger's upcoming Lorcana trading card game. And if you know their games, Villainous, Hocus Pocus, Gargoyles, and yeah, you've definitely heard of Ravensburger. But their goal here is to create a trading card game, much in the vein of, let's say, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and utilizing all these types of Disney characters and all new outfits and make it very fantastical, right? And transport you to another world, and you'll do battle and lay down the cards and whatever other lingo you battling trading card people do. But they did make it a point to tell me that it will be very inviting to those of you who have never played. Much like myself, I can't say that I'm any good at any types of those games, but I am interested in this. I think that's going to be a very fun trading card game coming next year. This was a bit of a tease. They gave out some trading cards, some pins and whatnot, so look for this more next year. And as the day kind of started to conclude, one of my favorite aspects of Disney, even to this day, is, and probably always will be, Pixar. I've grown up ever since day one with Toy Story and all the various films that they have done thus far, including new ones that are upcoming like Elemental, right? They take such simplicity and turn it into fantastic entertainment. I gotta give it to them on that. Always very enjoyable. And dagnabbit, I still like The Good Dinosaur. I don't care what anybody says. It's a great film, right? A lot of people are going, dude, just let it go. Let's talk about Lightyear at this point. But even such movies like Luca, right? That was a great film. Really enjoyed that. Seen it a dozen times, especially in this day and age with streaming. It's very easy. Lightyear, that was another one that everyone was like, no, don't see it. I watched it. I was like, that was pretty dang good. What are you talking about? But in all honesty, I saw everything I needed to see on one day of walking around at D23, and I saw a lot of great people having fun, enjoying Disney, right? For all the different properties. Marvel, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Mickey Mouse, every single thing that you could think of that Disney now owns, right? Hey, I would have loved to have seen some Aliens and some Predator action, right? That Hulu Predator, that new one, man oh man, is that good. That Prey movie, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. So that's going to conclude my walkthrough, my tour of this year's D23 Expo 2022, and I hope you all had a great time checking it out with me, as I had a great time walking around and experiencing it. A lot of toys, a lot of great properties coming up, a lot of great entertainment, of course. Some of the stuff, not for everyone. It doesn't have to be. You pick and choose what you want to watch, but the important thing is they're not stopping anytime soon. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great week. And always remember, it's just entertainment. Don't take it too seriously. Just sit back and enjoy.